Hello viewers, today I'm going to share with you how to prepare egg and corned beef stew. Let's start cooking. First of all, your ingredients are as follows. You need some vegetable or sunflower oil, chopped onions, about 1.5 peas, 2 slices of ginger, fresh ginger, a Maggi cube, 2 plum tomatoes, 3 pieces of eggs, some powdered pepper or normal chili or any pepper at all that you get, corned beef, some rosemary, some curry powder, a whole corned beef, some salt. Let's start cooking. First of all, you have to pour your oil into your pan. The amount will depend on how many pieces of tomatoes you are using. In my case, I'm going to use about a liter, half a liter or even less of oil. Now I have to wait till it gets hot and then I can put my onion in. In the first place, I've got 1.5 onions. The half piece will go into the tomatoes I'm blending with the ginger, and then the whole piece will go into the oil. So let's start our blending. Right, that's my fresh chili going in there, and that's my half piece of onion too. Alright, now you cover it and then you blend it. In the meantime, the oil is getting hot, so you either wait till it's very hot or you try with an onion to see if it's hot enough. So that's an onion in to check the temperature of the oil. It's not too bad. I'm going to put my onions in now. It can either be very hot or be just the same way as I've done it. It's not too bad actually. So now I have to wait till this has turned a bit brown. It doesn't really matter. When it's soft enough, you can always put your pepper in. But I'm going to wait for a little while whilst it gets hot. Just so I will be very sure if my ginger was able to blend. I'm going to turn this back on again to make sure the ginger slices were able to blend properly. I think it should be alright now. So we are waiting for the onion to turn slightly softer or a bit brown, and then we can put our tomatoes in. In the meantime, I'm going to start breaking my eggs because I need 3 eggs. Right, we've got our 3 eggs here. Now, I need a little bit of pepper, about a tablespoon full. So I'm going to use my own measurement in this case. oil. At this stage, because the temperature of the oil is rather too hot, I'm going to put my tomatoes in to avoid the pepper from burning. You can always raise your blender and then put it in, just so you don't lose any of your tomatoes. Now I'm going to stir it so that I can get the whole mixture together. At this stage, I'll put a tiny bit of salt and mix my eggs together. I'll beat it together till it mixes up properly. As the tomatoes are still on the fire cooking, I can always put a bit of curry powder, about 1/4 teaspoon, very tiny bit, and the same amount of rosemary. I've got it in already now. You don't really need much of the spices, as you've already gotten some fresh ginger in there. I'm going to use a whole Maggi cube. I can put it in at this stage of the cooking, but you have to make sure you have broken it into pieces, just so you don't have the bits and pieces in it. At this moment in time, I'm going to leave it to cook for some time. With the oil, you can use about 500 liters, depending on the amount of cooking you are preparing and the amount of tomatoes you are using, or the quantity of the stew that you are doing. So at this moment in time, it's going to be on the fire till it goes down and everything is set and ready for the other or the rest of the ingredients. So for now, I'm going to leave it to continue cooking for about 40 minutes to an hour. Actually, the oil depends on how much cooking you are doing. In terms of quantity, I could say about a liter, you have to divide it into about 6 or even less. Because the lesser the oil, the healthier the stew will be. But the more the oil, the fatty it will turn up. So it's individual difference. You do it according to how you want it. But I always try to lessen the oil, just so I have a healthy meal prepared. To bring our mind back to what we were cooking earlier on, is egg and corned beef stew. First of all, the ingredients were as follows. We actually used Newgate corned beef, about a half of it, 2 plum tomatoes, 3 pieces of eggs, and the spices were rosemary and curry powder. At this moment, we will put our salt in. With the 2 tomatoes, I've only put in about a teaspoon of salt. At this stage, we will put in our 3 beat eggs, but you have to spread it accordingly or evenly, a bit on every part of it, just so it will come in the form of a ball. So we are waiting before we stir it, and then we put the next bit in it. At this stage, we will put in our remaining bit of the beaten eggs. We are going to spread it evenly into every part of our stew and wait. Back to the quantity of the oil. It's actually, if you get the 1 liter, you use about just a tiny bit actually, because the more you use, the more the oil will be on top of your stew. So if you put a tiny bit of amount, or a region, say I don't know how to put it, or an average amount, just so it will not be oily. At this stage, we'll put in our corned beef, and our stew should be ready in the next 10 to 15 minutes, because as soon as you put the corned beef, it shouldn't take too long to finish cooking. So I'm putting it on a low heat at this time, just so it will simmer for a little longer. Our stew is ready now. Our corned beef and egg stew is all ready. Right, so that's our corned beef stew, already cooked and ready to eat. You can eat this stew with spaghetti, plantain, yam, rice, gari, whatever you fancy eating with. It's so delicious. Try your hands on and you will never regret you did. Give me a thumbs up or leave a short message underneath if you really love it. Thank you. Thank you for cooking with me today. Bye.